fully aware that I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I am so effing tired of the amount of emotional labor that comes with dating Black men.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Omomi, aka Petite Diva, and in this video we are discussing a particular video of a Black woman who came online and said she is no longer interested in dating Black men.
Fully aware that I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I am so effing tired of the amount of emotional labor that comes with dating Black men. I am so tired of the lack of commitment, the lack of support, the lack of encouragement, the lack of money. Like, I don't know what to do from this point on, but I can tell you one thing. My interest in dating another Black man is like 1% at this point. They want us to be ride or dies until they get their shit together, and then they don't want to support us in return. They don't want to commit to us. They don't want to marry us, but then they want all the benefits of being a husband without actually proposing to us. I need someone who's intentional in every single aspect.
So she said she's tired of the emotional labor that is involved with dating a Black man. She said Black men are not appreciative of Black women, that they tend to use Black women. They are not committed to Black women. They cannot provide for Black women, and that she's so tired of dating Black men and no longer interested in dating Black men. I think she said she has like 1%, she's 1% interested in dating Black men because she wants an intentional man, and Black men are not intentional according to her. Now, our video got a lot of people talking. People had different takes on what she said, so let's check them out, and then I'll come back to share my thoughts
In every single aspect.
So she had to end up turning off her comments because people were coming for her. To that young lady and others who are like her, I say go where you are celebrated. Now, every group has good or bad, but if you expand the pool in which you're willing to entertain, the chances of you getting the things that you want are greater. The values that are important to you being reciprocated are greater. If you are finding that with a certain demographic of people, you are not having any luck every single time you are entertaining this group, you are coming up short. Entertain another group.
Of the amount of emotional labor that comes with dating Black men.
Who's going to hate you for having that opinion? I'm a Black man and I don't hate you for having that opinion. As a matter of fact, if you feel like dating Black men has been nothing but failures for you and not enough successes, and you want to choose to date outside your race because you're that much tired, I even understand that perspective of it. Now, while I do believe there is a lot of complexities that comes with dating as a Black woman, such as in the city or state you're from, the dating range that you're of age that you're dating, what kind of men you're going for, where you meeting these men, I do understand that even though women do all of that work to make sure they're doing everything right, it is still frustration that come with looking for a Black king. Now, universally, I apologize on behalf of all Black men, but your opinion is valid and follow your heart.
I'm tired of the amount of emotional labor that comes with dating Black men.
I would like to also say that videos like this cause so much stress and distraught within the Black community. On one side, you got Black men saying it's y'all fault. You got, on the other side, you got Black women saying it's y'all fault. No one's grown enough to be mature enough to say, you know what? It's both our faults. We're both at fault. Because truthfully, if you look at both sides are wrong for everything that they've done that's caused so much stress and distraught within the Black community. And instead of being mature and an adult about this, we choose to argue for social media in front of millions of other people, all races, nationalities, ethnicities, just to watch front and center. And it's just so childish to take a part of this shit. I'm not a part of this. I'm really not. If y'all want to argue, y'all got it. Y'all only like this on social media. I'm starting to learn that off, honestly. And y'all really got it. Y'all.
The lack of commitment, the lack of support, the lack of encouragement.
So I'm making this video in response to what this young lady said, not to tear her down. I'm going to tell you right now, I know a lot of you men are going to say, well, when we make this video, people come for our neck. They do. But here's the thing that nobody talks about that needs to be unpacked. We're considered providers and they're considered receivers. That's the way we made it. And then we'll be 10 toes down talking about how a woman should respect us, honor us, do what we want them to do, and take care of the home. Well, if you're taking care of a home, you got to pay for it. You got to afford it. And there were 3 things that she said that I want to unpack. One, she said encouragement. I think that's just number one. I think one of the biggest things that women need from us, and let me say this, relationships are not a group project. It depends on the person that you're dealing with, what type of encouragement they need. But here are some basic principles. One, they need to know that you love them. Number 2, they need to know that you care about their goals. Number 3, they need to know that you are proud of the work that they're doing in the home or that they're doing with you. Just like you need that as a man. So why wouldn't a woman want that? The other thing she talked about was commitment. And I have to challenge this. She wanted commitment, but she had to be careful. She has to be careful as a woman, and all women need to, is that you give commitment as a woman early to a man who don't give it to you. And so what happens is you give him your body, you give him your bed, you give him your refrigerator, you give him your time, and he could be loosey-goosey about how he does things. What women need to do more of is match the hate behavior, not the energy, the behavior. You give me a little bit of time, I'm gonna give you a little bit of time. Because if you're going to lead me, if a man is trying to lead you as a woman, give him what he's leading with. If he's leading with only wanting to see you at night, then you lead with I only want to see you in the daytime. If he leads with I ain't really trying to pay for everything, then don't you pay for anything. If he leads with I only call you every now and again, then you call him every now and again. I bet you his behavior will either change or he will be gone. But you have to make the decision to have boundaries with a man. A lot of women have what they call unbounded mercy, where they let the man do whatever he wants to do and expect that he's going to in turn give it back. That's not how it works. A good man going to start off tops doing that. The number 3 thing that she said when she was talking about money, and I think that's tricky. What happens is where a man's heart is, his treasure is also, the Bible talks about, right? If a man is really not committed to giving you his resources, he wasn't committed to you in the first place. Because a good man going to spend money where he finds something to be treasured. And what has to happen is you shouldn't have an expectation of a man giving you his money when he's really not giving you his soul, his heart, his mind, his thoughts. And I don't mean his soul like his whole life and he's a weak man, but I mean like he really cares enough about you to be fully committed to you and give you all that you need. Because a lot of men don't have emotional intelligence. They just have a rough exterior that we've been taught and conditioned by.
1% at this point.
I'm just a little confused about where's all the energy that y'all be having for the black men who make these unsolicited announcements about being done with dealing with black women. Why ain't that in the comment section? Why are y'all not telling her that she didn't have to make the announcement? She could have just went over to other races. Why are you not telling her that she didn't have to put down one race to uplift another? Y'all are the biggest set of hypocrites I've ever seen before in my life. She really sat there and made this video all while she got her black son sitting in the back seat. These are y'all sons. These are the men that you raised, right? But somehow the puzzle just don't get put together. These same men that you complain about not being financially savvy, can't keep no money, don't know how to treat women, ain't emotionally intelligent, abusive, don't know how to channel their emotions positively. All of that sassy, zesty, these are your sons. These are the men you helped raise. But somehow you can't put that together. Like when y'all make these videos, is it in hoping that somebody gonna come together and be like, no, please don't. We sorry. We here to change. It's like, is that what you hoping for? Because I just don't understand what's the point. If you ready to leave, then just go. It's very simple. It's an easy concept. If you want to date other men, go date other men. If you want to date other women, go date other women. Nobody really cares. Majority of y'all who always running off at the mouth talking about you gonna go date other races, you've never even dated outside your race. And the reason why I would have to say that is because if you dated outside your race before, why ain't you with that person? Because if it was so much better than it was, why did you ever come back over? Right? So I would have to be inclined to believe you've never done it. So if you've never done it, how can you speak on something being better that you've never experienced? I see every day on my timeline other races of women complaining about the same thing that y'all are complaining about. So how exactly is the experience that much more better, right? There's going to be slight changes here and there, but for the most part, most of y'all are the bad catch. You are the trash. You are the toxic. And that's the reason why it gravitates towards you. See, people who are better catches don't want you. That's the reason why they don't shoot their shot at you. They don't DM you. They don't approach you. It's something about you that repels people who are better options. But because you can't see yourself and you a legend in your own mind and you think that you're a better catch than you actually are, you have to blame the whole race and not yourself, even though you're the common denominator on this issue. Even though you've never dated all black men, all black women, but we do know you pick poorly, right? We can come to that assumption that you pick poorly based off the fact that every one of your experiences have been bad, although there's other women and men who have had good experience, which has to let us confirm you're the problem.
Being tired of the amount of emotional labor that comes with dating black men.
Wherever you feel welcome, man. Hit that transfer portal.
I won't even sit here and say that she didn't go through a whole bunch of emotional labor when it comes to emotions in black men. That's her reality and her experiences, which don't make up the majority. You can say that a whole bunch of other women agree with the same thing that you're saying, and that they had the same experience with black men. But have you or any of those women that might agree with you took a deep look at themselves? Because if the same conflict occurs over and over again, like to the point where it's a distinct pattern, it's not really much of a coincidence. And accountability is a two-way street. I hear a whole bunch of, oh, they did this, they did that, they're bad at doing this, but they're attracted to you. They keep on coming to you. What's bringing them to you? If it's every black dude like she says it is, it could be a call to her character and what she's got going on intrinsically. Oh my gosh, this one black dude was like this. The other one was just like that. And then the other one, and then another one, and then another one. You're not innocent in this. You are who you surround yourself with.
Okay, girl, so here's what you need to do. You need to date everyone. White, black, East Asian, Indian, Hispanic, everybody. Why? Well, first, let me just tell you, my name is Anwar. I'm a dating coach for women of color, smart and successful women of color. At that, I've been a dating coach for 13 years, and I hear this every single day, especially from my black female clients. And here's the thing. So many of us have been conditioned to only focus on black men, and it does you a disservice because when you do that, you are literally eliminating 87% of the guys out there, which makes it harder for you to actually find your guy. Let's just date everyone and see who wins. It's literally the Hunger Games up in here, and may the best survive, right? There's a lot of pressure to date black men, and I get that from society, from culture, from even the model of seeing your mother probably date your father and understanding that that is what you're supposed to do. In 2023, you get to do it differently. You get to date whoever you want to date and only engage with the people that are going to treat you the best. I know that there's culture and community saying, we got to keep the black race alive. Girl, every baby that you're going to have is going to be black. That's how you're going to keep the race alive, honey, okay? Let me talk about what we're going to do online and offline, because I know a lot of the ladies I talk to are like, well, how am I going to do this? How am I going to date everybody, or even interracially? Online, you want to be on the best interracial sites, Bumble, OkCupid, and Match, yeah? And I want you to engage with everybody, even if they're white and they're okay. Girl, I want you to talk to them and see if you got things in common, because guess what? The non-black men are going to be more apt to reach out to you online than they are offline. Offline, a lot of these non-black men are not going to approach you because they already think that you have this loyalty to black men and that you're not even checking for them. So what you're going to need to do offline is you're going to have to give them a mad green light, eye contact, smile, even waving, or even starting the conversation by saying hi, giving them a compliment, asking for help or a recommendation. That's how you're going to start to engage in the conversation and then see where he takes it. But these non-black men are not going to be approaching you, and you have to understand that. I hope this helps as you navigate this dating thing in a different way and expand your net, widen your net so that the best person wins.
My interest in dating another black man is like 1%.
You know, sis, I'm so sorry this is happening to you. I really am. But I do have a question for you. Why are you even telling us this? Because this is really giving like Passport Bros energy. You know what I mean? Like, let's tear down our own people in favor for another people because we feel like they're better. Doesn't that sound familiar? When black men are saying our black women are unruly and they're aggressive and they're masculine and these other women will be much better, so I'm going to go for them instead of just leaving without making an announcement or denigrating your own people. And is that your black son in the background? He's internalizing and absorbing everything you're saying about other black men. So while you're sitting here complaining about them, you're creating the exact type of man that you're railing against. All I'm saying is just do what you want to do without denigrating your own people and announcing it. And maybe a little introspection, because there's only one common denominator in all these failed relationships.
Tired of the amount of emotional labor that comes with dating black men.
Now, y'all know I love a good double standard, because best believe if I made this generalization about a specific race of women, I would be getting killed in the comment section. But girly over here can make this video and all the girlies agree, and then they add to it. But my question to you is, when do you take accountability for the type of men you entertain? When do you take accountability and say, you know what? The type of men that I am going for, the type of men that I entertain are not good for me. And you probably know that from the get-go. Let's be real. You know when you have a good man, you know when you are dealing with someone that has good things going for themselves and they know how to do certain things. But sometimes we be so hard-eyed that we just be ignoring it, but we never take accountability for it. We'd be like, oh my God, you tricked me. But baby girl, you knew he was a cheater. You knew he was a bum from the get-go, but you probably thought you could change that man. So as I said, you can generalize, but are you ever going to take accountability for your actions?
Tired of the amount of emotional labor that comes with dating black men.
Well, I'm not going to hate you. I'm not going to say nothing negative about you, none of that, right? But have you talked to every type of black guy yet? Like, have you talked to all? I don't know. I don't know how much black men you've been with or whatever. And I'm not saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, some of us don't have to do better. Some of us do need to do better. Some of us are trying to do better. But I don't think you talk to all type of black men. You probably just talk to the black men that you liked. You're the ones that you were personally digging. And the ones that you were digging probably weren't for you. And then they hurt you in the process and whatever. And if they did hurt you, I'm sorry you're going through your pain. I hope you find healing. But that ain't all of us. Some of us, you know, we're trying to get to where we need to be. Some of us are trying to heal the best way we can ourselves. Some of us try to fix our trauma too. You all have to just go watch the rest of her videos. And it's pretty sad as a black man to watch a black woman talk so, like, she just made black men look like we are just the scum of the earth. Like, we are not worthy. We're broke. We're not committed. It's sad. And the way she's speaking, she says she's not talking about all black men, but you made a video talking about how you're done with black men, which means you basically just completely said you're doing away with all of us. And it's like, to me, it sounds like these women are just looking for a rich man, because the first thing comes up, oh, their finances, you got to do this, struggle up. Well, go get you a guy that's rich and that's not black, and stop complaining and see how far you get. 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to get cheated on, or yeah. So end of the day, all this, these black men struggle love. Well, that's why us black men are going to other races. Because we don't have that problem. Women don't complain about us. Other women of other races do not complain about us. Y'all complain about us. And me personally, I love dating sisters. I normally don't date out of my race. I haven't, honestly. So I'm not going to give up on the sisters, because I could go in here and talk about how sisters, all y'all want is money. But I have hope that not all of you are like that. And I wish you would stop making videos like this, because I've read your comment thread and you have a whole bunch of women, black women, talking down on black men. That's what y'all think of us. We're broke. We have no self-control. It's almost like y'all describe us like we're animals or something. That's crazy and it's hurtful. And y'all are all boastful about it. Yeah, girl, that's why I don't date. Well, that's why a lot of us don't date y'all either. So how about this? We just don't date each other then? If it's that detrimental, other races accept us more than we accept ourselves. So, hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Since we all just jacked up, let's just not fool with each other then. How about that for some unity? But, yeah, it's sad. It's very sad, man. And this is a beautiful young lady, but clearly she's had bad experiences with broke black men. I'm pretty sure if he was rich, she wouldn't be on here talking about that. He was an athlete or a rich rapper, she wouldn't be talking on here like that. So just choose better, or just go to the other races. At this point, we don't really care, to be honest. Sally probably treating us like a king somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Don't mind.
My interest in dating another black man is like 1%.
I don't care. We don't care. We never cared. We're not Care Bears.
Tired of the amount of emotional labor that comes with dating black men.
Boo-hoo. Boo fucking hoo. I'm just so tired of the emotional labor that comes with dating black men. Don't. And I could give the usual spiel. Oh, well, it's not all of us black men. But I don't care that much anymore. I've been not homing on this app for 2 damn years. What women like that have told me as a black man is that black men are bad to date in that I am just like every other black man. The tall ones, the short ones, the rich ones, the poor ones, the fat ones, the skinny ones, the hood ones, the professionals, the smart ones, the dumb ones. All of us are the same in the dating game. If your experience dating black men has brought you to the conclusion that none of us are worth dating because it is mentally taxing on you, why are you still complaining about it? Just don't do it.
Of the amount of emotional labor that comes with dating black men.
Hey, say, if that's how you feel, then that's how you feel. You ain't saying nothing but a word. Shit. I bet Ashley and Becky won't treat me like this, though, for sure, for sure.
So effing tired of the amount of emotional labor that...
I hate when people get on there and all men are bad. I just saw this fucking post about, I think it was like Armenian men or whatever, or Indian men. And they were talking about how they abusive, controlling, da-da-da-da, but no one makes whole ass videos about them that always go viral. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then the fact that, just like on Twitter, the no profile picture account that says some wild generalizing ass statement about black men or black women, and then we all start murdering each other in the comments. Just like that, she's biracial. Come on now. And whatever black man that she gave her baby to in her pinned video, which is giving birth, you're gonna look him in his face and tell him he's not shit? I'm not trying to be Captain Saberho or nothing, but I just hate that everybody get played. Y'all taking that shit too personal. Like, y'all get played by a black man or whatever. Then y'all get on here and say all black men are not shit. Would you look at your daddy and tell him that? Would you look at your brothers and tell him that? Would you look at your uncle and tell him that? No. Even I got played before, but I would never let one individual make me have just straight disdain for a whole race of men. Especially not my race. Like, come on now. Like, I've met some shitty people, but why are y'all letting that ruin your perception of everybody? Like, I would never. It's only black men for me. And I just hate it. Black people love black people, period. So whatever media agenda that they are pushing, the biracials and the other categories, whatever they're pushing, it's working right now because we're easy to manipulate and we're not free thinkers. So it's working right now, but we're going to wake up one day and be like, no, black people love black people, fucking period. Like, end of discussion. Like, cut that shit out. And also, probably like 99.9% of the people in them comments talking about black men, this, that, and the third, y'all are fucking them.
Now, some people understood what she was trying to say, and they understood that that was her own experience. So they gave her advice that instead of limiting herself to dating only black men, that she should try dating men from other races. Now, some people were not having it. They felt like she was generalizing black men and she was putting black men down. They felt like she had no business putting up the video, that she was not supposed to announce it to everybody that she is not interested in dating black men. They also called her out because she has a black son, and they felt like if you are generalizing black men and putting them down, your son is also going to grow up to be a black man. So you are, in other words, also lambasting him. Anyway, the backlash to her video caused her to turn off the comment section, and then she made 2 more videos trying to explain herself and reply some people that were dragging her.
So I wanted to make a follow-up video on the one that went viral that I did not think was going to go viral. After further consideration, I do think I should have made less of a generalization about black men, especially with my son sitting in the back. Those of you who mentioned that my son, even though he was asleep, was hearing those things. I think that's valuable, and I do need to be careful about what I say in front of him. I did get a lot of comments that were false or making wrongful assumptions about me, such as, oh, I only date gangbangers and pookies and ray-rays, and that's actually not true. I'm college educated, and I tend to gravitate towards college educated men. I also don't think someone being more educated makes them a better person. So if Pookie or Ray Ray had a good head on his shoulders, I'm not above that. But they have to have money, though. I think it's really important to constantly be open to learning and taking in new information and continuing to change your viewpoint on things. So yeah, in hindsight, I do know that it's all men, but at the same time I don't, because I've only ever dated black men. And at the same time, I still stand on the fact that dating black men as a black woman is completely different than other races dating black men. And it's not necessarily all black men's fault. I think that Western society, especially America, has tried their absolute hardest to separate black family units. And lastly, I do know that there are good black men out there. I just personally have not met one yet. And to be honest, I don't know if I can date a white man. I really don't. It's too different. All right, I am making a response video because y'all are annoying as fuck. I posted it on my story on here, but I will go over it again. Literally not once did I say that it was all black men. I'm fully aware that there are good black men out there, but honestly, most of them are taken and married. The chances of finding a black man who is educated, successful, college degree, and like a decent human being, I remember seeing was like 1 in 250. That's not very good odds for us. To the black women in denial in my comments, just because it doesn't happen to you doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Clearly, a majority of black women understand what I'm talking about. To everyone saying, oh, no, it's all men. It's not just, look, I'm specifically talking about dating black men as a black woman. It is a very specific dynamic. I don't give a shit about other men because I haven't dated other men. I only know about this dynamic. Also, I know that I have a black son, and I know that I need to raise him better. I'm very intentional about the way I raise my son. And I will always teach him to love black women first. Always. If it was just about choosing better men, how come so many black women agree on this sentiment? And we're not all dating the same men. We're all dating different types of men. It is very specific to black American men. I know that so many people are used to ignoring black women, but I'm still going to talk about it because it needs to be talked about. Black women are the most abused race out of any other demographic in the world. And a lot of times, yes, that comes from black men. Black men, not all, but enough. When black men date black women, they often are in competition with them. When their black woman makes more money than they do, they feel resentment. They feel hatred. They get angry. They get violent. I am not just making this up. These things have been studied before. Just because I am pointing out a pattern doesn't mean that I am saying all black men are bad. I am fully aware that there are good ones out there. How do we expect to ever improve as a community if we don't call out the bullshit that we see? To the women who are like, girl, it's your fault, you're the problem, please free yourself from the chains of the patriarchy. You need help, okay? I've been with my black man for 20 years and we're fine and I don't have to. How many times has he cheated on you? How many times did you take him back? Yeah, let's talk about that. What we're not going to do is invalidate thousands of black women's experiences because their feelings are hurt. Do better.
So I understand why people were dragging her. I understand why people are calling her out on the fact that she was generalizing all black men as people that are not educated, not financially stable, not emotionally intelligent, and just trying to make black men look very, very bad. Even though, like somebody said, there are bad men in all races. I understand that fact. I feel like she should not have said black men. She should not have made it a general statement. She should have said some black men, or personalize it like the black men I have dated. The black men I've been in a relationship with were this and this and this, and not make it a general statement. So I get that. I also get the fact that people are telling her that, oh, you have a black son, and if you feel this way about black men and you think they're all like this, your son is going to be part of the statistics if you don't do something now. So I get why people were dragging her. Now, the second set of videos that she made, I didn't like the fact that she started getting a bit offensive or defensive because of some of the statements that some people made. She made a particular reference to someone saying, some people saying they've been married to their husband for 20 years and they've not had any issue and the rest. She tried to insinuate that if black women are married to black men for that long, there's a possibility that the black man has cheated and the black woman accepted the guy back and everything. I thought was not nice, because she's just trying to use her own experience as a yardstick to judge other people's marriage or partnership, and I feel like that is wrong. Because something happened to you does not mean that that's what's happening in other people's relationship. You cannot use your own experience to judge other people's relationship. So I felt like that was wrong, and I just felt like she was angry that people were really like dragging her, and she just wanted to lash back, and she wanted to prove that she was right. She wants to show that she was not just talking out of point, but she's right and everything. So I don't know, I didn't like that part. And now some people were like, why is she coming to make a video like this? Why is she trying to bash black men? Or why is she announcing to the world that she's no more interested in dating black men, that nobody needs to know? To me, I'm like, this is social media era. People say all sorts on the internet without caring, without even thinking that it's none of anybody's business, because they want to share. And there are some people that might actually feel the same way that they feel. So I don't know if her sharing her thoughts is a bad thing, but she said what she said. Personally, I feel like that this whole topic, instead of everybody dragging each other, black men dragging black women dragging black men, everything, I feel like this video and this sort of video is supposed to like trigger a conversation and trigger ways that the narrative can change, because it's not only her that feels that way. I know that black men feel a particular way about black women and black women vice versa. But I feel like this sort of videos is supposed to trigger conversation on how to change the narrative, how things to implement to make sure that the next generation don't have the characters that she was talking about. She was talking about the fact that it's rare to see educated black men who have their finances in check. And I feel that there's supposed to be like things to be set in motion so that the younger black males will not be part of the statistics of being uneducated, not emotionally intelligent, not financially secure. That there's now is the time to like find out ways that things can be done. I just feel like that's what's supposed to happen, and not the dragging each other and calling out each other and saying, I will go to another race and the rest and the rest. So I don't know what you guys think about this whole conversation, this whole topic. Do you think she's right in calling out black men for not being emotionally intelligent, for using black women, for just not providing properly for black women? So I would love to hear your thoughts about this whole topic. So please leave your comments in the comment section so that we can get this discussion popping. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe. And don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.